When you compact the mud so that it becomes straight, and you can put a spirit level to align it so that it becomes.
Because it appears right here that this is layered.
The layered, yes. It's actually layered, yes.
Each one,
yes.
It's just not stopping, and
yes.
they're in perfect.
Yes, in a linear scale, yes. It's well layered. Well layered, yes.
Evenly layered. It doesn't appear to be
like haphazard or it's
no,
yes.
Like a compactor, like you said. They did a layer so thick, then they did the next layer.
Yes, and next layer, yes.
And then this crosscut appears to have the same layering on the other
also
side.
On the other side.
So we're just looking at, and the layers are consistently each. I mean, some of this, because of the exposure, it's difficult. Like here, it looks like layer, and then here it looks like it cracked from, it cracked from the sun and the exposure.
Yes.
But then underneath here, it looks like it's back to,
yeah.
So there's just clear indications right now that this is some sort of a foundation.
Foundation, yes. And all these boulders here have probably come from somewhere. It's not right down deep under the ground that they came from, but actually it was a foundation, because a foundation would have it's typical of such weighty material to hold forts for something that is going to be layered on top of this. Yes, it has to hold fort. So this is why we find this dolerite could have been also part of this disintegrated channel, which was holding fort some very gigantic structure which was here. And this is why we find this large dolerite strewn into the riverbed. And yet on top we found small pieces which are elementary, smaller than what we are looking at here. Down at the bottom.
Almost like these were maybe harvested and stacked. And restacked for the stone circles. At least some of them.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Probably, yes.
But they had to come from somewhere. And the pieces that are just laying around are...
were the ones which now formed the upper foundation of this large structure, which we see could probably have been constructed here.
And this construction looks like it's turning off and moving
into the westerly direction, and most probably being missed by the wash away, because on the other side of the ridge, it means if it was water which was washing away the topsoil, the water was changing the channel due to the strength of this baseline that we are standing in, and could not have been eroded by just the amount of water that was running down this place. So we probably think that this is why we find that this place is still intact and has not changed much from over these hundreds of years, probably thousands of years, when it was actually constructed to hold fort on this element.
And we're looking at about, from where I'm standing, we're looking at 8 feet or maybe 2.5 meters or 1.5 meters for height here. Because I'm 6 foot, 6'1". This is, it looks like it's about just under 8 feet up there.
On this.
This is about the size of a foundation, but these megalithic builders were building really thick, really big, and there's a good chance that this could go down. It could go down an indefinite amount.
It could very well go down, because right here there's eroded material, and we have not yet dug deep down to actually ascertain what is underneath the ground, other than this exposure. There must be more. Even the channeling down the riverbed, going this other side, on the side of the wall, there could be much more than what we are actually seeing here on this structure.
All right, well, let's keep looking somewhere else.